Welcome back. The third week in May is National Dog Bite Prevention Week, and even though dogs are man's best friend, they have been known to bite their owners, strangers, and even other dogs. So today we're going to talk with Richard and Vicki Horowitz from Barkbusters, and we're here with Toby. Aw, Toby wants to run off, but Toby is a beautiful dog, 1 year old.
Yeah.
And he's an Alaskan
Malamute.
Yep. Malamute. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous coat. He must be so hot in that fur coat.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So this is something that we don't often talk about, but, you know, biting initially can be a way to, not biting, but
using their mouths.
Using their mouths when they're puppies. That's very common.
Right.
And then how do you get rid of that as they get older?
All right, so one of the most important things with any dog is you never walk up to a dog. Whether it's a puppy or an adult dog, they have no idea what you're going to do. So if you want to pet your dog and they're laying there, call them to you. Right. We get so many calls from people who say, my dog bit me. Well, what happened? Oh, the dog was laying there. I went over to pet him, and he bit me.
Right.
Well, dogs can't say, leave me alone, or what are you doing?
Right.
They react.
Right. And we have a plan in our mind. We've decided we're going to go over and pet that dog, but the dog only has two instincts, fight or flight. So if it doesn't know what you're going to do, it's going to bite.
Sure.
Because it doesn't know what to do. So to prevent our dogs from doing that, we have to think before we do things.
Yes.
And make sure that we keep our dogs safe by not
I'm sorry that we're boring Toby.
I guess so. I guess we're boring him.
Now, is this a problem that Toby had, or why did we bring Toby on the show?
Actually, Toby was when we first started working with him, he was a puppy, and he was doing the mouthy and nippy types of behaviors. And so what we really worked on with them was getting him to redirect him to more appropriate cue toys. And so because a dog will, when it's a very young puppy, it's teething, its gums hurt. It wants, just like a child, it wants to bite on something. So redirecting it to something you want it to bite is a very, chew on is an appropriate thing to do. So we do that a lot with young puppies. But more the issue also, what we find with young puppies is we have issues with our young children with our young puppies. And how do we keep our children safe with dogs and puppies? Because that's when we often hear about different situations where there could be a dog bite.
Sure.
And children, especially young boys, will get into very small spaces where our dogs go, and the dogs go over to them and they're the same height, and they treat them as other dogs, and so they mow them and nip them.
Oh, interesting.
So we do a lot of different things to talk about child safety with dogs.
That makes sense.
And also, when you talk about children, you want to make sure the children don't approach the dogs. They should never walk the dogs unattended. Okay? They shouldn't. Now, you know, Toby's a big guy. You wouldn't want your child to get on his back like a horse.
Right.
Okay? When the dog is eating, let him eat.
Yes.
Okay.
Or playing with a toy. I mean, we have so many times we hear situations, well, I wanted that toy. Well, but he was playing with it. You have to respect your dog as if also, because if he's playing with something, let him be. If he's resting, let him be. And so I think that those are a lot of, you know, concerns that happen. But a big issue also is what's going on out there when you see a strange dog. What should you do? And this is, you know, people will be outside and you hear all these different stories about what people do. And so, you know, people will run and they will scream. And those are the last things that you should be doing if you get approached by a strange dog. You should just stand still. You should not move. Don't give direct eye contact. Don't wave your hands.
And don't try to reach the dog and make friends with the dog. Just stand still, like Vicki said, and the dog usually will just turn and walk away.
Oh, interesting.
But what do you do if you do get bitten? Okay, which is an issue. If it's not a serious bite, don't go chasing the dog. Call 911 or animal control. If you have your phone handy, take a picture of it so the authorities can track down whose dog it is.
To check for rabies and different types
let
of...
animal control handle
That's
all of
exactly right.
Well, thank you so much. Great advice. Toby, you did a great job.
He did.
So sweet. I knew he had to take a little rest, but he came right back.
Yeah, he did.
For more information about this being National Dog Bite Prevention Week, just head to our website, WTNH.com, click on the Honor tab, and pull it down to the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section.